What was your first touch with cinema? Here today, I'll be presenting my findings on my study of memories of childhood movie-going among Malaysians, with a particular focus on the role of family in shaping adult movie-going habits and preferences. Cinemas emerged around the 1930s in Malaysia. One of the very first movie theatres that are still standing today is the Coliseum Theatre located in Kuala Lumpur that opens its doors in 1920. A few other notable early cinemas were the Rex Theatre and also the Odeon Theatre, which were run by the Shaw Brothers or Cathay. Cinemas then mostly only had single screens, and the bigger ones would usually consist of an upstairs balcony. They were the go-to place for entertainment, especially in smaller towns.
We were rather poor, so in a small town, there's the only type of entertainment we can go to, we can afford to go to.
They would find out what to watch.
From the movie magazine,
Movie magazines.
the journals. So we buy the magazine is solely like from Shaw Brothers, that they're all the movie stars, they tell about the movies they made, their activities, what they do, their romances.
And they were more inclined to watch movies of their favorite movie stars at the cinema. Unlike present day, cinemas are everywhere with the mushrooming of shopping malls in Kuala Lumpur. There are way more screens now in multiplex cinemas, namely GSC, TGV, and MBO, with different experiences such as IMAX, 4DX, Dolby Atmos, and luxury seatings. The cinemas being located in shopping malls and the pricing of tickets make it very accessible for the general public, with showtime sprout throughout the day. It is an activity that families can easily go to after dinner or shopping, whether just to spend time together or for entertainment and relaxation purposes. In Asian societies, the family unit holds a fixed and prolonged influence on behaviors, values, and beliefs throughout a person's life. Studies show that strong parent-child bond and respect for family are associated with pro-social behaviors and lasting habits well into adulthood. Family routines and leisure activities like watching movies have a significant impact on lifestyle choices, social relationships, and cultural engagement later in life. Reflecting its nature as a social experience, moviegoing fosters communal engagement and collective memory, reinforcing social bonds within families and communities. In Malaysia, where family togetherness is deeply ingrained in the numerous ethnicities and races, shared experiences such as trips to the cinema not only strengthen family bonds but are also transformative activities that affect personal and social identities. Much research has been done in recent years on the Malaysian audience about movie-going, but less focus on the role of family in early movie-going stages. Current trends of factors affecting cinema attendance like income, accessibility, ticket pricing, religious beliefs, and ethnicity were examined, as well as the impact of COVID. Most of this existing work looks at present-day motivations and demographic factors, but few really look into how family bonding and early movie-going experiences are foundational to adult movie-going habits and preferences. My study addresses this gap and also provides qualitative insights into intergenerational continuity of movie-going culture in Malaysia. Here are my hypotheses. Firstly, Malaysians start attending the cinema because of family members. Secondly, there is a significant relationship between quality of childhood movie-going experiences and adult movie-going preferences or habits. Third, parental habits that affect childhood movie-going experiences can predict adult preferences or habits. Lastly, adults who have positive childhood movie-going experiences are more likely to bring their own children to the cinema as a family activity in the future. I have conducted 8 semi-structured oral interviews between 20 to 30 minutes each. The participants consisted of 5 males and 3 females between the ages of 22 to 70, from different ethnic backgrounds. Research methods involve qualitative analysis like textual analysis on participants' answers. Below are some of my research questions. Most are simple, mainly just used to prompt participants' memories. The media and primary socialization theory explains how adolescents acquire fundamental socialization skills and techniques, values, and habits primarily through family interactions. The family is the first and foremost influential agent who teaches children how to bond, communicate, and understand societal expectations. Media acts as a secondary but also significant socialization tool that exposes children or adolescents to wider cultural narratives and social roles. Hence, in our case, movies and cinemas act as our secondary socialization tool, while the family plays the primary role in guiding the children to learn social and emotional cues through them. This theory is particularly relevant to our research as it frames childhood moviegoing as a key socialization event. Families watch movies together, children internalize cultural connotations and develop emotional attachments that influence their adult moviegoing habits and preferences. I have organized the findings by themes starting from the frequency and social context of moviegoing. Participants mostly reported moviegoing to be a family activity during their childhood, ranging between weekly to monthly. However, many participants experienced shifts in social contexts as adults, from going to the cinemas with families to now friends or just alone. Moviegoing became mainly a social experience for most, while others turned to streaming for more individual experiences. Next up, we have motivations and emotional connections. Many participants associate moviegoing with family bonding and entertainment.
We do it because it's like because it was such a tradition and routine growing up that even if we stop doing it like during MCO, it's kind of like a little special thing that we use it to do with my dad right now. Because it gives us lets us have like conversations at the dinner table. That is where we usually like share our common interests, because it's like other than that we look at very different things on social media, we read very different things.
Two of the participants particularly noted moviegoing as a form of escapism, a way for them to be transported to another world. Another shared that he enjoyed the shared emotions and reactions from the shared experience with strangers. These continued to be strong motivators for their cinema attendance in adulthood. Family influence was also evident in movie preferences and viewing habits. Preferences like genre or movie language were significantly influenced by family. Other circumstances like not having a TV at home or having personal opinion of a movie requiring big screens and good sound systems played a key factor in choosing to go to the cinemas despite having streaming services. Interestingly, many participants voiced that their childhood movie-going habits did not strongly shape their adult preferences or habits, or even movie-going frequency. For some, they simply watched certain movies or had certain movie-going habits because their family members limited their choices. So when they went into adulthood, they instead had much more autonomy over their own choices, which caused them to deter from their childhood preferences. For some others, their years long of habit built routines and traditions that they follow up until today. Access, availability, and economic factors too had a big impact on childhood moviegoing experiences. For some, proximity and time made moviegoing a special family event rather than a personal frequent choice, while for others, financial constraints made moviegoing feel like a luxury as they could only afford to go once a year. Alternative options like streaming or accessing pirated content also reduced moviegoing as participants grew up. Another finding was that cultural preferences within families influence each of their media consumption patterns. As Gordon's family preferred Hong Kong TV dramas over movies, he never really went to the cinemas with his family as a child. Older participants like Chui Fong recalled going to the cinemas for love stories and having the habit of following movie stars through film magazines, which is a practice not seen in younger participants. She also notes that the movie motivations now focus way more on technology and effects, contrasting with earlier emphasis on plotlines and stars. Several participants also described the cinema as a unique and immersive environment, somewhere beyond the outside world.
We go like religiously. It's like it's our third space. Even though like I always have like funny arguments with my family about it. Like sometimes before even going out to the show, I associate very positive feelings with it. Very fun experience for me. I think it's not just because like I'm watching it with family, but also it's just like watching things on the big screen and the speaker and everything on it itself allows me to appreciate like the little details of a movie that usually I won't be able to do so when I'm watching on my laptop, because I always skip.
They noted that the sensory immersion of the space and sound creates this third space where they see for family bonding and personal enjoyment. This has contributed to continued adult moviegoing despite having alternatives. These findings allowed me to address my hypothesis. Firstly, Malaysians start attending cinema because of family members have proven to be true. As all my respondents started going to the cinema because of their family members, whether it is their parents bringing them or in older generations like Chui Fong's, going together with her siblings. Family was always the primary introduction to moviegoing. Secondly, Hypothesis 2 is supported by participants who experience positive childhood moviegoing experiences, especially with parents, are more likely to have regular moviegoing habits as they grow into adulthood. Like Tina, who is a filmmaker now, recalls his childhood moviegoing experience to be positive.
But looking back at childhood, right, it is so simple. Like when you go for a movie, you don't need to think about anything. That time is so entertaining. You're just in there.
Yeah.
And then after the movie finish, you are like, huh? I'm back to normal life like that. I think the way the cinema was set, the sound system is dark, big screen, and then you're just in it, feel like you're part of it. Yeah.
My third hypothesis was not supported. Many participants expressed that their childhood habits, especially those adopted by their parents, did not directly shape any of their adult preferences or habits. Other factors like the rise of streaming or personal interest played a much stronger role. This highlights how media effects are complex and how the relationship between childhood and adult moviegoing is non-linear. On to my last hypothesis, it was found to be supported by the findings as most participants expressed their intentions to bring their future children and family to the cinema as a regular family activity. They view it as a positive and casual family bonding activity that is easily accessible rather than one that you share with friends.
Family, you already spend a lot of time. With friends, sometimes like you meet once a week and then you waste that 2 hours in a cinema not speaking.
Why it's important for me to bring family to appreciate filmmaking, because our life itself is like a filmmaking. Watch this, resonate this, take something out of this so that they understand what's the world like outside there. When I was young, right, I can't afford to travel. The only way for me to see the world is through film. Like when I was young, when I was in childhood time, I watch a lot of Tamil movies. But the Tamil movies actually not like Malaysian Tamil movies. It's actually from India. But I can see, oh, this is how India looks like. Oh, this is how the culture actually over there, which is a bit different. I'm Indian also, but it's a bit different than what's in India.
While family influence may not directly shape or determine adult movie-going preferences or habits, it remains as a crucial starting point for introducing the world of cinema to children. These positive early experiences could help our children associate cinema with warmth, enjoyment, and cultural exploration. These associations lay the foundation for lifelong appreciation of film as both a social and educational experience. Ultimately, family being the primary initiator with the ability to provide a positive outlook on moviegoing can encourage children to view cinema as a meaningful activity, one that shows them that the world is bigger than they think.